Today is my first time playing Master Duel in quite a while. This means that my rank on Master Duel has reset all of the way down to rock bottom. My goal is to try and redeem that by the end of this video. Will I be able to get my rank higher, or will it be stuck at this terrible rank? Firstly, I need to make sure that the ban list hasn't impacted my deck, because it would be very bad if I couldn't use it anymore for today's video. Thankfully, not much damage seems to have been done, and I'll be able to use my Lyralist Tri-Brigade deck today. I also have some other decks spare, just in case this deck's not good in the current meta. It's game 1, and it looks like I'm in bronze rank at the moment, so hopefully I can try and get a little bit closer back to silver by the end of this video. I'm also loving this new mate that Konami's added to the game. It looks so much cooler than some of the old ones. At first I was very confident. I had Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in my hand, and they activated a card that wished to search another card from the deck. So filled with confidence, I immediately negated it with my Ash Blossom. It was then that it struck me. The effect wasn't once per turn. This meant that not only had I just let them continue to do their combo, but I had also wasted my Ash Blossom. I waited patiently for my turn to begin. I started to summon cards and activate effects, reasoning that there was no way for their one negate to cope with all of my effects, with the boundary of it being once per turn. But then the strangest thing happened, and you could not make this up, due to their connection failing. I forgot that this was even possible. Depending on the way that you saw it, I missed a bullet, because even though I could have started a few combos from that position, they still had a somewhat powerful board, and that game could have still gone either player's way. Game 2, and this time I was going first. To start off, I had a few options, but I eventually settled with just having decent attack on defense on my board, and some hand traps. I used the effect of Tri-Brigade Ferrigit the Barrel Blossom in order to draw a card, and due to my utter luck, I managed to obtain a copy of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. The opponent set a few cards down, and I found good use for my Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring very soon into the game. But this time I was more careful to read the opponent's effect. Now this is where it gets a bit more complicated, so listen carefully. I searched for a Tri-Brigade monster, which I used in order to link summon a link-free monster using material in the graveyard due to the Tri-Brigade monster's effect, before using the two to make Access Code Talker, which is completely overpowered. I cannot even begin to say how good this card is, as using a link-free monster to summon it means that I can make its attack increase by 3,000, and it had the ability to destroy all of the opponent's cards one by one. Then, out of nowhere, the opponent started activating effects left, right and centre from their graveyard, and they became untouchable after my first attack was successful. But I was not going to give up that easily. I used Fractal in order to summon my Ace Tri-Brigade monster, and just like that, I had summoned Tri-Brigade Charade, the Ominous Omen. This is just what I needed. I banished their defences and obliterated their attackers, using Max C to make sure that no more graveyard effects would be attempted. And then they surrendered soon after. I'd taken their board, I'd taken their hand, I'd taken their chances of winning, and just like that, I had done it. I had made an improvement on my rank, and all was smooth sailing from there. Nothing could stop me from improving even more from where I'd left off. Now, if you really enjoyed this video, then why don't you watch another? I've got one right here. And in this one I will explain the strategy of one of my many decks that I use in order to make victories like these so possible.